Hello, marriage workshoppers. This is Sam Opeche from the Marriage Workshop. I do hope that you are doing well and keeping safe. I do hope that not just you, but everyone else around you, your neighbors, your relative, I do hope that you're all doing well and keeping safe. Please let us continue, whatever nation you are at or whatever nation you're in. Let's continue to abide by the rules and the regulations that our respective authorities have given to us. If they've said to us to stay indoors, please abide by those things. They're good reasons why we're having to live like this, even at this time. And our heart goes out to those of you out there who may have lost a loved one. Somebody may have lost an uncle, an aunt, a spouse, a neighbor, a work colleague, somebody close to you, or even somebody distant. But in one way or another, you have felt the direct consequences and impact of this pandemic called coronavirus. Our heart goes out to you, and our prayers are with you, that in these difficult times, the peace of God that passes all understanding will keep your hearts, will guard your soul, and help you to deal even with this situation. And we know that one thing is sure, one thing is guaranteed. We will come to the other side of this. This will pass. Life cannot remain like this forever. We're going to come through it. And it is for that reason that I wanted to bring to you 3 key points, 3 essential things that I would like you to keep in mind, because keeping these things in mind makes your marriage and relationship fortified and stronger, so that when we come to the other side of the pandemic, you will be able to achieve your goals as a couple. You'll be able to achieve your objectives and still pursue the things that are key to you as a family when we get to the other side of the pandemic. Okay, 3 things I want to share with you today. And I call them the 3 R's to fortify your marriage. 3 R's to fortify your marriage. If you keep these 3 R's not just in mind but in practice, you will discover that when we get to the other side of the pandemic, your marriage is stronger, your family is stronger, your relationship is stronger. And the first R that I want you to keep in mind is refocus. Refocus. Now, it's very easy for us to lose focus of the key things, the things that are important to us, especially when we are engaged in the hustle and the bustle of life. When we would usually make the excuse, I don't have enough time to pay attention to this. My spouse has been saying they want me to do this, they want me to pay attention to this, they want me to help out in this area, but because I'm so busy, I'm so involved, I'm pursuing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other, I haven't got the time to focus on that. Well, guess what? Now you have all the time in your hand, and this is the time to refocus. Refocus on the things that matters to your spouse. Refocus on the things that your spouse have been saying for such a long time that they want to see happen, they want to see done. Why don't you refocus on that thing? I give you an example. Maybe as a husband, your wife has been saying, you know what? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you would wake up in the morning, make me breakfast and bring it to me in bed. but you haven't done so in such a long time. And you've always said, well, you know what? I've been so busy. I've been so busy with work. I've been so busy with my business. I've been so busy with my career. I've been so busy with raising the children. I've not had the time to do that. Well, guess what? Now the time is there available for you. Why don't you focus on doing that for your spouse? When you focus on meeting the needs of your spouse, doing the things that makes them a happier person, you find that you start to do the second R, which is you reinvent your relationship. You reinvent your marriage. When you focus on the needs of your spouse, what you're doing essentially is reinventing the spice in your marriage. You're waking up again those beautiful things that you used to share together, that you used to do together, that time had stolen away from you. You start to reinvent it. And you start to see that as you're reinventing it, perhaps before the lockdown, whatever the situation is in your country, maybe there's a lockdown as it is here in the UK. Before the lockdown, you were this far apart. But because you're refocusing on the needs of your spouse, what then tends to happen is that you're coming together gradually. With the waking of every day, you're coming together gradually. And as you do that, you start to reinvent the things, the spice that was lost, the spark that was lost in your marriage, in your relationship. You start to reinvent it. As you're reinventing those things, as you're bringing those things to the fore, guess what? There is what I call a reconnection. You reconnect. And when you reconnect with your spouse, whereas before the COVID-19 you were this far apart, but now you have reconnected with your spouse. When you reconnect with your spouse, that bond of unity, that bond of oneness is reignited, and then you become stronger and stronger. Your marriage is now fortified. The vitality that was missing somehow has been found. Why? Because you refocused, you reinvented, and that brought about a reconnection. And once you get reconnected, let me tell you something. A couple that is reconnected is an unstoppable couple. Nothing can stop you. In fact, your marriage becomes so fortified, so strong, so full of vitality that you are ready, even before the COVID-19 is over, you're ready to face together the challenges that comes in the future. And as you do that, you achieve your goals, you achieve your objectives. The purpose of you coming together as a couple is realized. Why? Because you reconnected. So it is important for you to keep this in mind. Refocus. Number one, refocus on the things that matters to your spouse. As you refocus on it, you start to find yourself reinventing the spice, the spark, the vitality. And as you do that, you find that there is a reconnection. And as the reconnection takes place, you're ready to run, you're ready to fly, you're ready to take on whatever comes before you as a couple. And then you are unstoppable. Keep these things in mind, and I know that as you do that, they will put you in a good stead to achieve your goals, to achieve your objectives, and to make sure that the purpose God had in mind in bringing you together as a couple is realized. God bless you as you do that.